Okay, I have 10, so... Try support. I'm getting really not creative with these naming things. Rangers have better stats by far than Cavalry Recon. Higher breakthrough, defense, soft attack. These guys give a bonus to line artillery attack, which you have to go down line artillery for Rangers to have. But these require a little more support equipment. Anyways, better stats, better stats. Yep. So create a version with Mountaineers on top of this knight can convert. I wouldn't want to convert Mountaineers and other stuff, but when I have a version with 3 Mountaineers, I can convert Mountaineers that they already have 1 infantry, so they basically get two infantry battalions each. Another use for the basic infantry equipment. Stockpiling some of, and lease. Oh yeah, because I'm leasing equipment still to the regions, aren't I? Yep. Keep an eye on that. Soviets obviously should not have called their puppets into the war when their puppets had absolutely no defense against this attack. Spain didn't actually declare on them. Rather, Spain declared on the Soviet Union and Soviet Lithuania, and then the puppets joined the war on the side of always land for even like stuff like this. It'll be interesting to see if they get to run any of their focuses before you know, they're crushed. Probably not. Before I overcap the spill, I want to do the land appropriation and then ban fascism a little later. Maybe I should do this first, since I'm going to overcap stability either way. This hurts stability less, and delay losing the war support, and that's the command power effect. Yeah. And it does affect stability after all. These guys could probably convert to the triple support things now. Give them some rangers. Yeah, let's not give the actual support equipment to these guys though, because the Mountaineers need it. as it gets produced. And there goes Soviet Spain. They still exist, technically. Oh, they still control a single... Could it be that they emergency deployed one division? Probably not. Just waiting for the news thing about... Now, are they locked out of stuff because they've capitulated? I don't see any evidence they are. Tells you for a nation that has, right? Like, you know, they locked out things. Oh yeah, also Czechoslovakia has... So now the Czech People's Republic. A flip communist. So this tiny rump state, the only way to unlock the focus right now for sure would be to like win a war against the Central Powers and create a independent communist state here in Bohemia, and that would automatically merge with here, and the act of merging the two countries will unlock the focus tree. If they didn't have any territory, I'm pretty sure liberating them into existence would do the same thing, but when they have a little rump like that, you need a merge event. So, they don't have any territory at all. They'll still run National Recovery, which I did check. I was curious of the focus tree, and they're running before. So it'll just not produce the build slots it should, which is frustrating. I'll grab military access. They're clearly, you know, on their back foot and willing to do stuff they wouldn't before. Negotiating licenses means they can poke in, see what designs they have of everyone. Getting convoys from Catalonia, neutral communist country. As a quartermaster is their leader. That does mean it might build air bases or naval bases occasionally. Probably unlikely. Forgot about that. There's almost no Marxism left. It's disappearing. Everything is just being forced democratic, slowly but surely, but Catalonia may persevere. Alright, I hear that song way too much. Playing in Syria, the game seems to like to give you that, even though you're not on the Black Sea. Couldn't say why. What to tech next here? Hold on. 1 second, folks on YouTube. Here we go. Probably support weapons 4. I did think about doing trucks so that make a motorization effort, and then eventually mechanization could benefit from that, and the AI will eventually switch to Norway, but if I'm gonna help Norway actually push back any of its land, I'm gonna need the breakthrough from support equipment. I don't know. Too much of a rush to flip to Norway as long as they're not stupid enough to attack Finland. They just finished this. It'd be better if they did the large industrial groups right now, but the AI is terrible. They never do the smart things. Pretty much guarantee they'll make mistakes. Yeah, it's also, for what it's worth, not smart enough to do things ahead of time usually. Eventually this leads me in machine gun production, which will further increase breakthrough. But not for a while. Eventually this kind of stuff. Assembly line optimizers and production efficiency cap. Or grab reliability. It's probably better in some ways because, you know, stop stuff from breaking. Won't need as much of it. Send non-aggression packs for what it's worth. Nations eventually. He keeps pushing on the Norwegian People's Republic. Ah, they're building their supplies network. Of course, they won't actually ever build any naval bases or ever, which is why I'm planning on building one for them. I suppose it might be possible to combine efforts, like if I swip to them after they finish that, put whatever civilian factories they have available into building that same naval base. As long as the total number is less than 15, two nations can stack and do the same with your puppets. Can merge efforts. It's not necessarily a terrible idea. Especially because if they get enough states back from capitalists, they can do this to get up to 3 build slots, which is better than this. They just need, and a nice construction speed modifier, they just need enough of their states back. I think. Let's see. Oh, these guys only have 2, so maybe it's randomized. Oslo and Jan. This is Vestland, I guess. Louise. I don't know, so maybe they just need control of one other state. It's the same amount, but without the research boost, but with a factory build speed buff, which is probably better in the long run than electronics and industry research. I don't know, maybe not. It also doesn't increase fascist support, which is probably not great. Though that would enable anti-fascist raids if I were playing as them, so. Anyways, the supplies network isn't a terrible idea. I don't know if Spain wipe pieces out the Soviets after they have taken out their Iberian puppets, or if they just sit eternally at war with the Soviet Union. which they'll just probably never be able to get there. Then they may eventually join the faction of the United States. If they go down to ideological allies, bring the US into that war. For what it's worth, if they were conquered after this, it would actually lead to some of the benefits of having done independence. Maybe not. It was sworn they get build slots from those who would not help us or something, but maybe not. Soviet Portugal be pushed back to Madeira or whatever. The Azores. Which I guess they'll build stuff there. These are our core states, so whatever. Bigger thing is Soviet Spain will waste focuses. I always hate like build slots since they're so hard to get. Like this just disappearing. Like why do they need to run this if they have no territory? Stability, I guess, but whatever. These guys are fully trained now. Like for about 8 days now. I could wait until I can get them some artillery and more infantry, or I could just send to the front now. Still take a while for them to get newer rifles. I probably want them to fight with this garbage. And support equipment, so yeah, I'll probably just leave them be for now. I don't know, I have a morbid fascination with watching this. But there's no real point. Do emergency factory conversion, but that would hurt my war support probably more than I want. Only do one of these per state. Come on. Let's grab this guy. Why not? Artillery specialist, Mohammed bin Ishaq. So now I'm gonna probably turn some of the Mountaineers into what's technically an artillery division type. Have the political power to spare for that, but not for an expert, just for a specialist. Are the Soviets? I mean, are the Soviets or the Portuguese fighting back? Portugal has a division now. Yeah, they are. They're fighting back. Got like one division they deployed just in time for it to be cornered and wiped out, most likely. There is fighting. Fortunately, this division's being surrounded and destroyed. Encirclement. I wonder if they're able to do the ideological loyalty army spirit. Let's swap them, make them take it, but whatever, I can't. Not really playing the game for constant swapping. Well, you can play the game however you want. You can swap to countries and make them do less stupid things. That spirit would not give them free manpower to be a very good spirit, though, because it reduces encirclement penalties. The guy's too dumb to ever take it. Pretty much never seem to do so. No. Heck with it, I can do what I want here. I also very curious to see how that war is going. Going bridge too far. I'm doing for a time here. So there's a couple ways to swap. One is to use a tag council command. I don't like using council commands generally, though. The other, do something like, boom. See exactly what's going on. They don't have the army XP for anything. That will actually get some from this. And of course, their newly deployed divisions are getting crushed. They're actually pretty well equipped. They just don't have the numbers. It's hot and rainy here. The re-ram messes every time you load things up. They could do Last Stand if they really wanted to, since they're going to be crushed otherwise. It's the Portuguese and Soviet ships, but why was anyone sending in land divisions? Oh, they are. The Soviets are. But where are they going to arrive? There's no ports left. Oh, wait. No, Lisbon is not controlled. Portimao. Oh, that's funny, because the Spanish didn't bother to take it. Looks like there's actually Soviet divisions that might arrive and rescue things. I'm not going to... Just so you guys can see. National recovery done in 22 days. Goes to complete waste. Incredibly stupid. They could be doing like... They could have canceled and started this. Or done the research slot. Nope. AI is not the smartest. They don't adapt to the circumstances. Part of why players have such an easy time taking down. The big thing is they're giving up on build slots, which they might get if the Soviets ever take back that territory for them. What you gonna do? Right. Wonder what nation... Oh, that's Joe if he wants to go from... a later save point, or the one I branched off before. Maybe you'd be more interested in fighting a really uphill battle here. Although that earlier save point would be, you know, possible for the UK to stop Czechoslovakia from falling, for instance. And maybe help Trotsky win his war, or if not, once Trotsky loses his civil war, follow the Moscow focus path instead. Keep the leader who's got the factory output buff. I don't know. There's always nations to pick. Doesn't have to be a communist one after all. Could be, you know, Catalonia. It's a possibility. Or, you know, he could even take over, so like, Kingdom of Egypt and turn a communist via civil war. He won't get the national spirits that communist nations usually get, but he will get a higher war support spirit, so it's not entirely a loss. Just none of the free manpower of Egypt's got so much to play with. Alright, well, I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm exhausted. Can't think very clearly, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know there wasn't a lot of action. Take care of each other, be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Until next time, this is Northstar. Adieu, and best luck to you all.